Welcome to Heavenly Rest, your nightly devotional series inspired by the ancient Book of Enoch. Let these words guide you gently into peace and sleep. Blessed are the righteous, for they shall dwell in the light of the Lord of spirits forever. 1 Enoch 58:3. Devotional 8. Dwelling in the light. There's something deeply peaceful about light, soft, steady, and warm. As the world darkens and you prepare to sleep, let this promise from the Book of Enoch wash over your soul. Blessed are the righteous, for they shall dwell in the light of the Lord of spirits forever. The light of God isn't like the sun that rises and sets. It doesn't fade, it doesn't flicker. It's eternal. And if your heart seeks Him, no matter how imperfectly, you are part of that blessed promise. You are made to dwell in His light, not just someday, but even now. His light brings clarity where there was confusion, comfort where there was sorrow, and hope where there was fear. You may feel tired or uncertain tonight, but His light is gently surrounding you, guiding your thoughts toward peace. There is no shadow too deep for His light to reach. As you breathe slowly, imagine yourself resting in the glow of His presence. Let it touch your heart. Let it calm your mind. Let it remind you you belong to the light. Sleep peacefully, beloved. The darkness cannot overcome you because you dwell in the light of the Lord forever. May the prayers of the righteous ascend like the fragrance of incense before you. Inspired by 1 Enoch 96:3. Devotional 9. A fragrance before God. Sometimes our prayers feel small, soft words whispered in the dark, easily forgotten. But the Book of Enoch paints a beautiful picture. May the prayers of the righteous ascend like the fragrance of incense before you. God not only hears your prayers, He cherishes them. When incense rises, it fills the room slowly, gently, and sweetly. In the same way, your prayers, no matter how quiet or broken, reach the heart of God. They don't have to be long or eloquent. A sigh, a tear, a whisper of "help me" or a "thank you" is enough. He receives it like a sacred offering. He knows the intention behind each word. He hears the longings you can't put into sentences. And even as you fall asleep, your spirit continues to speak. Your faith speaks. Your hope speaks. And it is a beautiful fragrance in His presence. So don't underestimate what you offered Him today. He remembers every word, every thought turned toward Him. Let that truth wrap around your heart like peace. You don't need to strive. You only need to rest. Tonight, breathe deep and know your prayers have risen, and the God who delights in you is near. Woe to the sinners, for their works shall be judged by the righteous one. 1 Enoch 94:6. Devotional 10. The righteous one will judge justice can feel far away in this world. We see wrongdoing and wonder if it will ever be made right. But the Book of Enoch gives a firm assurance. Woe to the sinners, for their works shall be judged by the righteous one. This is not a verse meant to scare. It's a reminder that God sees everything, and He will bring justice. You don't need to carry the burden of righting every wrong. The righteous one sees what others don't. He knows your heart. He knows the truth behind every action and every intention. In His perfect time, He will judge fairly, fully, and finally. That means you can rest. You don't need to hold on to bitterness or fight for revenge. You can forgive. you can let go. Because the God of righteousness holds the final word, and he is not unjust to forget the good you've done or the wrongs done to you. As you close your eyes tonight, release the heaviness of injustice. Trust in the one who never fails. His judgment is not delayed. It is perfectly timed. And when he acts, it will be complete. Sleep peacefully, knowing that righteousness will reign. The judge is good, and his justice is coming. Let my eyes behold your glory, O God of heaven. Inspired by 1 Enoch 71:5. Devotional 11. Let me see your glory. At the end of the day, when distractions fade and silence fills the room, the deepest longing of the soul rises to see God's glory. The Book of Enoch echoes this cry. Let my eyes behold your glory, O God of heaven. It's a prayer of wonder, of surrender, of closeness. God's glory is not distant or unreachable. It is present even now, in the quiet moments, in the beauty of creation, in the peace that settles over your heart as you draw near to him. Sometimes, we don't need new answers or solutions. We just need to see him, his beauty, his majesty, his goodness. When you fix your gaze on his glory, your worries shrink, your burdens soften, your heart begins to slow and rest. That's the power of seeing with spiritual eyes. You begin to realize that the God of heaven, full of glory, is not just above you, but with you. Ask tonight, even in a whisper, Lord, let me see your glory. He will reveal himself in the stillness, in peace that surpasses understanding, in a sense of being held, in a deep knowing that you are loved. So close your eyes, not in fear, but in faith. He is near, and his glory surrounds you, even now. You alone are worthy to be praised by the hosts of heaven and the sons of men. First, Enoch 61:10. Devotional 12. Worthy of all praise. As the stars shine above and night settles gently over the earth, the heavens themselves seem to sing. The Book of Enoch declares, You alone are worthy to be praised by the hosts of heaven and the sons of men. This is the truth that steadies every soul. God is worthy. Heaven praises him endlessly, not because they must, but because they see his greatness. Angels surround his throne, declaring his holiness, his mercy, and his power. And here on earth, we are invited to join that song, to lift our hearts in quiet praise, even as we prepare for sleep. You don't need perfect words. Praise isn't about performance. It's about presence. It's a deep, restful surrender that says, God, you are enough. When you praise him, your soul aligns with heaven. Worry fades, fear loosens, peace rises. Tonight, let your last thoughts be filled with awe. Even if the day was hard, God was good. Even if you felt weak, he remained strong. And even now, he holds you with the same care he gives the stars. So whisper praise. Even if it's only a few words, you are worthy. Let that truth calm you. Let it carry you into peaceful rest. Heaven and earth agree. He is worthy. The chosen will dwell in peace, and their prayers shall be heard by you. First, Enoch 45:5. Devotional 13. A place of peace. Some nights are harder than others. Worries whisper, doubts creep in, and rest feels distant. But let this promise from the Book of Enoch bring comfort to your soul. The chosen will dwell in peace, and their prayers shall be heard by you. If your heart seeks God, this promise is for you. Peace isn't always the absence of problems. Sometimes it's the calm that holds you in the middle of them. And that's the kind of peace God gives. the kind that shelters you even when the world feels uncertain. You are one of His chosen, not by your perfection, but by His love. Your prayers are not lost in the air. They are heard, even the ones you didn't speak out loud, even the sighs, even the silent tears. God listens carefully, and He answers with comfort, guidance, and rest. You don't need to beg for His attention. You already have it. So as you lie down tonight, let go of the fear that no one understands. Your Heavenly Father does. He sees your heart, He hears your cry, and He offers you a place to dwell in peace. Rest now. You are heard, you are loved, and you are safe in His presence. We lift our voices in awe of your great throne, which is from everlasting. 1 Enoch 14:18. Devotional 14. The throne that lasts forever. Every kingdom on earth will fade, power shifts, people come and go. But in the Book of Enoch, we are reminded of something unshakable. We lift our voices in awe of your great throne, which is from everlasting. God's throne is eternal, unmoved by time or turmoil. When your world feels unstable, lift your eyes higher, above the chaos, above the fear, above every anxious thought. God still reigns. His throne is not made by human hands. It cannot be toppled, corrupted, or shaken. And from that place, He rules with justice, mercy, and love. You don't need to understand everything happening around you to feel peace within. You only need to remember who sits on the throne. The same God who rules heaven sees you, cares for you, and holds your future in His hands. So tonight, trade worry for worship. Whisper a quiet song of praise in your heart. Let awe fill the space where fear once lived. His throne is everlasting, and you are not forgotten in His kingdom. Sleep now, knowing that the one who reigns forever is watching over you with love. You open the heavens, and the earth trembles at your voice. Enoch 60:13. Devotional 15. When heaven speaks, there is a power greater than any storm, a voice stronger than any fear, the voice of God. The Book of Enoch declares, "You open the heavens, and the earth trembles at your voice." This isn't a threat. It's a holy reminder that the God we serve is mighty, and He speaks with purpose and love. When God speaks, the heavens move. When He whispers, creation listens. And if His voice holds that kind of power, imagine what it can do in your life. One word from Him can calm a restless heart, heal a wound, or shift the course of your tomorrow. Maybe today you've been longing to hear from God. Maybe you're weary, uncertain, or overwhelmed. The truth is, He is not silent. His Spirit still speaks through peace, through Scripture, through quiet moments when you least expect it. As you prepare for rest, ask Him to speak, not always in thunder, but in stillness, in comfort, in that deep assurance that you are not alone and He is near. Sleep tonight with confidence. The one who opens the heavens also opens His heart to you, and when He speaks, peace follows. Forgive us, O Lord, for we have walked in the paths of the wicked. Inspired by 1 Enoch 99:7. Devotional 16. A prayer for forgiveness. There are moments we all look back on with a heavy heart. Choices we regret. Words we wish we hadn't spoken. Paths we wish we hadn't taken. The Book of Enoch offers a humble cry. Forgive us, O Lord, for we have walked in the paths of the wicked. It's an honest, freeing prayer. God doesn't expect perfection. He looks for repentance, a heart that turns back to Him, no matter how far it's wandered. When you admit your need for His mercy, you're not rejected. You're welcomed. Forgiveness isn't earned. It's given freely to those who ask. If something from today is weighing you down, lay it at his feet now. Don't carry it into tomorrow. He already knows, and he's ready to forgive. There's no shame in returning to the Father, only grace and renewal. Let his mercy cover you like a warm blanket. Let the heaviness lift as you breathe deeply and whisper, "Forgive me, Lord," and believe this. He does, fully, lovingly, without hesitation. Sleep tonight not in guilt, but in grace. You are forgiven, and you are held. The righteous ones shall sing hymns of glory to the eternal King. 1 Enoch 61:12. Devotional 17. A song in the night. Even in the darkest night, a song can rise. The Book of Enoch gives us this glimpse of heaven. The righteous ones shall sing hymns of glory to the eternal King. It's not just a future promise, it's a present invitation. You can sing to him even now. Songs don't always need music. Sometimes they come as whispered prayers, gentle praises, or quiet gratitude that rises from a weary heart. And when those words are offered to the eternal King, they matter. He hears, he delights, he draws near. Worship isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's about choosing, even at the end of a long day, to lift your heart toward the one who deserves all glory. And when you do, something beautiful happens. Your soul softens, your mind quiets, and your spirit finds peace. So tonight, let your heart sing. Even if it's silent, even if it's simple, your praise is precious to the King who reigns forever, and your song adds to the chorus of heaven. Rest now, knowing that your voice matters in God's kingdom, and your song is never wasted. Grant us understanding and wisdom, for we seek your truth. Inspired by 1 Enoch 82:2. Devotional 18. Wisdom in the quiet life often feels like a sea of questions. What should I do? What's the right choice? How do I find peace? The Book of Enoch holds a simple yet powerful prayer. Grant us understanding and wisdom, for we seek your truth. When we don't know what to do, God invites us to seek him. Wisdom doesn't always arrive in grand moments. Often it comes gently, in the stillness, in the waiting, in the quiet places where God whispers peace to our hearts, and he gives freely to those who ask. Your desire to know his will is already the first step into it. You don't need to have everything figured out tonight. You simply need to bring your questions to the one who holds the answers. His truth brings clarity. His understanding brings peace. You are not alone in your search. He is already guiding you. So as you rest, lay your thoughts before him. Say, "Lord, teach me, guide me, show me the way." Then trust that he is doing just that, even as you sleep. Tonight, may your heart rest in the truth that God is wise, God is near, and he will show you the path in due time. Your mercy is great to those who love your name. Inspired by 1 Enoch 93:8. Devotional 19. Great is his mercy. At the end of the day, when we reflect on our actions, our thoughts, and the things we wish we had done differently, there is one truth that quiets the soul. Your mercy is great to those who love your name. God's mercy isn't small, it's vast, deep, and always available. You don't have to be perfect to receive his mercy. You only need to love his name, to call on him, to trust that his heart is kind, even when yours feels heavy. God isn't looking to condemn you. He's waiting to comfort you. His mercy reaches into every corner of your life. Mercy means you're not treated as your mistakes deserve. Instead, you're embraced. forgiven, made new. Even when you feel unworthy, His love remains steady. His name is your safe place, your shelter in the night. So tonight, rest in His mercy. Release the guilt, the pressure, the self-blame. You are loved by a God whose mercy is greater than your weakness and deeper than your fear. Sleep peacefully, knowing that His mercy surrounds you like the quiet night sky, vast, sure, and unshakable. Blessed are those who walk in light. They shall see your face. 1 Enoch 92:4, paraphrased. Devotional 20. Walking in the light. There's something calming about light, especially when it breaks through darkness. The Book of Enoch reminds us, blessed are those who walk in light. They shall see your face. Walking in light means choosing truth, choosing love, choosing to stay close to God, even when it's hard. You may not have walked perfectly today. None of us do. But did you keep turning back to Him? Did you choose kindness? Did you speak hope when fear tried to rise? If so, you walked in light. And that is a blessed path because it leads you closer to His face. God's light doesn't expose to shame. It reveals so He can heal. His light comforts, cleanses, and clarifies. When you walk in it, you begin to see Him more clearly. You begin to feel His presence even in the smallest moments. Tonight, invite His light into your thoughts. Let it wash over your day, not to judge, but to restore. Let it gently lead you into peace, into trust, into deeper rest. Sleep tonight in the light of His love, and know this: those who walk with Him will surely see His face. Let the cry of the oppressed come up before you, ruler of all things. 1 Enoch 47. 2. Devotional 21. He hears the cry. There are times we feel unseen, overlooked by the world, pressed down by the weight of silent pain. But the Book of Enoch offers a promise that restores hope. Let the cry of the oppressed come up before you, ruler of all things. God hears what others don't. Your quiet struggles, your hidden burdens, your silent prayers, they rise. You may think no one notices, but heaven does. The ruler of all things, the one who commands stars and time itself, bends low to listen to the cry of the weary, the hurting, and the faithful. He doesn't ignore pain. He collects it, He comforts, He strengthens, and in time, He acts. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Your cry is not just a sound, it's a sacred signal that reaches His heart. So tonight, if you feel like you've carried too much, let go in His presence. Release every unspoken word, every silent tear. He already knows, and He draws near to those who are brokenhearted. Sleep in peace, knowing that the ruler of all things has heard your cry, and He will not delay His love. You are the judge of the hidden things, and none can deceive you. 1 Enoch 61:8. Devotional 22. The God who sees all. We live in a world where so much is hidden. Hearts concealed behind smiles, truth buried beneath noise, and justice delayed or denied. But the Book of Enoch gives us a quiet assurance. You are the judge of the hidden things, and none can deceive you. God sees what no one else can. There is comfort in knowing that you don't have to explain yourself to be understood. God knows your motives. He sees your quiet obedience, your private pain, your silent prayers. Even when others misjudge or misunderstand, God's view is clear and perfect. No mask can fool Him. No injustice escapes Him. He will bring all things to light, gently for the humble and firmly for the corrupt. And you, His beloved, are safe under His watchful care. So tonight, Let your heart rest. There is nothing you need to hide from him. He sees it all and still loves you completely. He judges rightly, and his verdict over you is mercy, grace, and peace. Sleep in the safety of the all-seeing God. Nothing is hidden from him, and nothing can separate you from his love. Pour out your spirit on the righteous, O Holy One. 1 Enoch 91:1. Devotional 23. Filled with his spirit. Some nights, what we need most is not more answers, but more of him. The Book of Enoch offers a humble, powerful request. Pour out your spirit on the righteous, O Holy One. It is a prayer of refreshing, of closeness, and of strength for the soul. God's Spirit is not far. He is near, ready to comfort, to guide, and to renew. When you feel empty or drained, his Spirit fills what's lacking. When you feel dry, he becomes your living water. He knows what you need before you even ask, and he is generous to those who seek him. You don't have to earn his Spirit. You only need to welcome him. Open your heart. Invite him to cover your thoughts, soften your worries, and fill you with peace. The Holy One delights in giving himself to those who walk with him. So tonight, breathe deeply and whisper this prayer. Lord, pour out your Spirit on me. Let his presence flow through your tired mind and body like healing rain. Let his peace settle in your soul. Rest now, not in your own strength, but in the strength of his Spirit. He is with you, and he will not leave you empty. We fall before your glory and sing of your righteousness. Inspired by 1 Enoch 43. Devotional 24. Falling into worship. There is something beautiful about surrender when we let go, fall to our knees, and simply rest in the presence of God. The Book of Enoch gives us this image. We fall before your glory and sing of your righteousness. It's not just about worship. It's about being undone by his goodness. God's glory is not just light, it's love. It doesn't crush, it comforts. And when you come before him at the end of a long day, tired and worn, he meets you there. You don't need to have the right words or the perfect song. Your heart's surrender is worship enough. Falling before him isn't weakness. It's the greatest kind of strength. It's where healing begins. It's where your spirit breathes deeply and your soul finds its song again. His righteousness covers what you cannot fix. His mercy washes over what you cannot change. So tonight, lay everything down. Let yourself fall, not into fear, but into his presence. Let your spirit sing, even in silence. His glory is near, and he welcomes you just as you are. Sleep now in the warmth of his righteousness. You've worshipped with your heart, and he is pleased. The books of heaven were opened, and the righteous were remembered. 1 Enoch 47:3. Devotional 25. You are remembered. Some nights you might wonder if your quiet efforts matter. If your small acts of kindness, silent prayers, or tears that no one saw are noticed by anyone at all. But the Book of Enoch offers this hope. The books of heaven were opened, and the righteous were remembered. You are not forgotten. God sees what others miss. He records every faithful act, every humble choice, every time you chose love over bitterness. Heaven doesn't measure like the world does. It treasures the quiet faith of the righteous. Being remembered by God means being held close to his heart. It means your name is known. Your journey matters, and your story is not lost in the noise of this world. Even now, the God who writes stars into place knows your name and cherishes your walk with him. Tonight, you don't have to strive. You simply have to rest in this truth. You are seen, known, and remembered by the one who holds eternity. What a comfort that is. Sleep now in quiet confidence. Heaven has not forgotten you, and God's memory is eternal. Let the righteous bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. 1 Enoch 61:11. Devotional 26. A blessing in the night. There is a gentle power in praise. Even after a long day, even when your heart is weary, lifting your thoughts toward God can renew your soul. The Book of Enoch encourages, let the righteous bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In other words, praise is your peace. Blessing the Lord doesn't require a crowd or perfect words. It starts in the quiet of your heart. You can bless him simply by remembering who he is. Faithful, kind, present. He is the eternal King who never grows weary, who rules in love, and who watches over you through every season. When you bless God, something shifts. Worry makes space for wonder. Stress yields to stillness. Gratitude rises, and so does peace. It's not about ignoring the hard things. It's about trusting the one who is greater than them all. So tonight, whisper your thanks. Even if it's just for the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, or the fact that he never leaves your side. Let your heart bless him, not out of duty, but delight. And as you sleep, may your soul find rest in the glory of the eternal King, who is worthy and who holds you close. The spirits of the righteous shall dwell with him in peace. 1 Enoch 58:4. Devotional 27. Peace for the righteous. There is a special kind of rest that goes beyond sleep. It is the peace of knowing your spirit is safe with God. The Book of Enoch gives us this beautiful promise. The spirits of the righteous shall dwell with him in peace. That peace is not just for the future, it begins now. Peace isn't found in perfect circumstances. It's found in the presence of God. Even when life is messy, even when your heart is tired, his peace surrounds those who walk with him. It guards your soul like a warm covering on a cold night. To dwell with God means to stay near him, to rest in his promises, to let your spirit breathe deeply in his love. You are not alone in the dark. You are not adrift. You are dwelling with the one who created you and calls you his own. Tonight, lean into that peace. Let it quiet the noise in your mind. Let it soften every burden you've carried. Let it prepare your soul for deep, healing rest. Sleep now in the presence of the Lord. You are righteous by grace, and his peace is your dwelling place. Their voices shall be full of joy, and they shall bless and glorify the Lord of spirits. 1 Enoch 61-12. Devotional 28. Joy in the night. Joy isn't just a feeling. It's a choice, a posture of the heart. The Book of Enoch paints this beautiful picture. Their voices shall be full of joy, and they shall bless and glorify the Lord of spirits. Even after a long, tiring day, joy still has a place in your soul. Joy comes not because everything is perfect, but because God is present. Even in your weariness, you can bless him. Even in uncertainty, you can choose to remember his goodness. That kind of joy, deep and quiet, can carry you through anything. When you glorify the Lord, your voice joins with heaven. Angels sing, creation praises, and somehow your simple words of thanks echo in eternity. That's the power of joyful praise. It lifts you higher, even while you're lying down to rest. So tonight, smile, even if it's a small one. Whisper a praise, even if it's just Thank you, Lord. Let your spirit rise in joy, knowing that you are part of something eternal and beautiful. Sleep now with a joyful heart. Your voices bless the Lord, and his joy will carry you into the morning. The light of the righteous shall shine, and they shall walk in the light of glory. First, Enoch 92:4. Devotional 29. Walking in his light. You were made to shine, not by your own strength, but by the light of God's glory within you. The Book of Enoch reminds us, the light of the righteous shall shine, and they shall walk in the light of glory. Even in darkness, his light leads the way. The world can feel dim, burdens grow heavy, hope can seem distant. But the righteous, those who walk humbly with God, carry a light that cannot be dimmed. It is his presence, his truth, his love glowing gently within the soul. This light doesn't fade when life gets hard. It becomes brighter in the night. It helps you see what matters. It helps you walk in grace. And when you choose to walk in that light, choosing kindness, choosing trust, you walk in his glory. So tonight, close your eyes and imagine his light surrounding you. Soft, strong, eternal. It wraps around your heart and clears away the shadows. It whispers, "You are mine. You are not alone." Rest now in that light. Let it shine over your thoughts and dreams. You are walking with the God of glory, and his light never goes out. Blessed are all who sleep in righteousness, for they shall awaken in joy. Inspired by 1 Enoch 58:3. Devotional 30. Resting in righteousness. There is a kind of sleep that goes deeper than rest. It's the peace of knowing your soul is right with God. The Book of Enoch gives us this gentle promise. Blessed are all who sleep in righteousness, for they shall awaken in joy. What a hope to carry into the night. To sleep in righteousness doesn't mean you were perfect today. It means your heart is aligned with God, trusting him, leaning on his mercy, resting in his love. That alone brings blessing and peace. It allows your spirit to exhale and your mind to let it go. There's no fear in this kind of rest, no anxiety about tomorrow, no guilt from today, just the quiet assurance that God sees you, forgives you, and keeps you. And when the morning comes, joy will meet you like sunlight through your window. So tonight, lay down not just your body, but your worries. Let righteousness be your pillow, soft, strong, secure. You are covered by grace and wrapped in peace. Sleep now, blessed and beloved. And when you awaken, may joy greet you like an old friend, because you've rested in the heart of God.
As night falls and the world quiets, our souls begin to listen more deeply. In the stillness, we remember that we are not forgotten. The Book of Enoch opens with a prayer that echoes through the ages. O Lord, the great and holy one, bless the elect and chosen who dwell upon the earth. This is not just a cry, it is a reminder that God sees you. You may feel worn out from the burdens of the day. You may have wrestled with uncertainty, stress, or sorrow. But tonight, be reminded that you are part of God's chosen. Not because you are perfect, but because He is merciful. His eyes are upon you, and His blessings are not withheld. The elect are not the elite. They are those who listen for His voice, who walk with reverence, who seek Him when the world turns away. If your heart longs for Him, you are among them. You are under His covering. His holy presence surrounds you, even now as you breathe deeply and rest. Let the blessing of the Holy One settle over your mind and spirit. Release the anxiety, the regrets, and the noise. You are seen. You are known. And above all, you are loved by the great and Holy One, who blesses His people as they dwell on the earth. Tonight, sleep in peace, for the same God who watches over the stars watches over you. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that justice is not forgotten. In a world that often feels unfair, the Book of Enoch reminds us that the God of eternity, who judges in righteousness, shall come with 1,000 thousands. He is not silent. He is not distant. He is the righteous judge, and He is coming. Each night as you lay your head to rest, remember that no wrong escapes His eyes. Every tear, every quiet act of faith, every injustice endured, He sees it all. And His judgment is not like man's. It is perfect, filled with mercy, truth, and light. He does not rush. He does not forget. He comes in His perfect time, surrounded by glory. Let this truth ease your troubled heart. You do not need to carry the weight of trying to make all things right. That is His role. Yours is to rest in His promise, to trust His process, and to stay faithful in the little things. The armies of heaven move at His command. He will make all things new. Tonight, breathe in this hope. Justice will come, not by force, but by the Eternal One who knows all things. He does not sleep, and He does not fail. You can let go of what's heavy and entrust it to the One who carries the world. Sleep in the peace of a God who rules with righteousness. He is near, and His glory is greater than your fears. As the day fades, we often find ourselves reflecting on our own limits, our failures, weaknesses, or fears. But tonight, lift your thoughts higher. Imagine standing before the presence of the Almighty, where even mountains melt like wax, and all creation trembles in awe. This is not a fear that destroys. It's a reverent wonder that reminds us how great our God truly is. The presence of God is overwhelming, not because He seeks to crush us, but because His holiness is beyond what we can imagine. Yet, this same God, before whom all things tremble, welcomes us to draw near. He invites us to rest in Him, not run from Him. His power is not to harm, but to protect, to comfort, and to love. There is safety in surrender. When you come into His presence, you don't have to be strong. You don't need to have the answers. You can simply be still and let your soul tremble, not in fear, but in awe. His presence purifies, restores, and quiets the storm within. So as you lie down tonight, don't fear the greatness of God. Embrace it. Let His majesty cover you like a warm blanket. Let your heart melt before Him like wax, soft and open to His love. In that place, there is healing. Rest in His holy presence. Even the trembling becomes peace when you're held by the one who made the stars. When the day is over and the night wraps gently around you, there is one truth that remains unshaken. The name of the Lord of Spirits is forever blessed. In the Book of Enoch, this phrase is a declaration, a holy echo that reaches through time, reminding us that no matter what changes, God remains worthy of praise. You may have faced disappointment today. Maybe you didn't feel strong, or something didn't go your way, but God's name is still holy. He hasn't changed. He hasn't left. And in speaking His name, just whispering it, you shift your focus from the pain of now to the promise of forever. Blessing His name isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about anchoring your soul to what is eternal. His name carries peace, power, and hope. When you praise Him, even in the quiet of your heart, your spirit begins to rise above the weight of the world. Tonight, bless His name. Say it softly, maybe even silently. Let it become your lullaby. The Lord of Spirits, majestic, faithful, near, is listening. And in that sacred space between night and rest, He draws close to those who call on Him. So sleep in the comfort of this truth. His name will never fail, and His love will never end. Blessed be His name, tonight and forever. As you settle into bed tonight, know this: nothing is hidden from God's sight. Not your thoughts, not your worries, not even the tears you didn't cry out loud. The Book of Enoch reminds us of a powerful truth. He who made all things sees all things. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to set you free. God sees the burdens you carried today, the effort you gave, even when no one noticed. He knows the quiet prayers you whispered, the battles you fought in silence, and the kindness you showed when it was hard. You are not invisible to Him. When you feel unseen, you are actually most deeply known. God's watchful eye is not cold or distant. It is loving and attentive. He doesn't just see your actions, He sees your heart. And He loves you still, completely, fully, eternally. So tonight, you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove anything. Just rest. The one who formed the stars watches over you with care. You are known and you are safe. Let His nearness calm your mind. Nothing is hidden from Him, and that means nothing is outside His healing, His help, or His love. Some nights carry the weight of unanswered questions. Injustice, pain, and confusion can echo in the heart like distant thunder. The Book of Enoch captures this cry from the righteous, "How long, O Lord?" It's a question many of us whisper when life feels unfair or overwhelming. But even in that cry, there is faith. To ask, "How long?" means we believe He will act. We're not doubting His justice. We're longing for it. God hears those cries. He is not blind to the suffering in the world or in your life. His timing may not be ours, but His justice is sure. The cries of the righteous rise like incense before Him. Not one tear is wasted. Not one plea is ignored. He gathers them, remembers them, and will one day answer them in fullness with perfect righteousness. So tonight, if you find yourself asking, "How long?" know that you're not alone. Generations before you have asked the same, and God has always remained faithful. Your voice matters to Him. Your pain matters to Him. Let that truth comfort you. Rest knowing your cry is heard in heaven. And one day, his answer will make all things right. When life feels uncertain and time rushes forward, it's easy to feel small and unsettled. But the Book of Enoch gives us a beautiful anchor. Your dwelling is in eternity, and your name is holy and glorious. God is not trapped by time. He is above it, eternal, unchanging, and always in control. The things that shake us don't shake him. He's not surprised by what happened today or worried about tomorrow. He dwells in eternity. That means he sees your life not in pieces, but as a whole. From beginning to end, he holds it all in his loving hands. And his name, holy and glorious, is like a light that never dims. When you call on his name in the quiet of night, you're connecting with the eternal. You're speaking to the one who has no end, no weakness, and no limit to his love. So let your soul find rest in that tonight. The eternal God is with you now in this moment. His holiness surrounds you, and his glory is not far away. It's near, gently wrapping around you like peace. Sleep in the presence of the one who lives forever. He watches over you from eternity, and he's never out of reach.
You are safe, you are loved, and you are remembered by heaven. Sleep in peace.